It's the Brews Bros Podcast.
Is this too casual?
Step 1, new chairs. Step shoes.
I don't want to wear shoes. I'm in my house.
Cheers.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the first official episode, I guess, of the Brews Bros Podcast. So this is just the intro episode. This isn't the first episode, but it's the first episode.
So it's like the outline of how the episodes and the first episode are going to be.
Well, yeah, something like that. So, I'm Mitch.
I'm Zach.
If you've seen my Instagram, YouTube,
Seen me.
You've probably seen Zach. He's been in a few videos. He was a competitor in the Barista Games. You did very well.
Sadly,
you almost died, so you had to go home. But
caffeine overdose is real, people.
that was a lot. It was a big day.
It was. We started at 5, and it was like 9 when I died.
It was dumb. Anyway, we got there. We'll do more of that stuff. There's a lot of changes happening, and we're going to talk about what's coming up, what's changing, and sort of what we're going to talk about on this podcast over the next however long we decide to do this for.
Or forever.
Forever.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Bros.
We'll just see. We'll just wait and see. We're just winging it, really.
What do you guys want?
Yep. What do you guys want? Comments. We're straight to it.
Someone's going to say it.
Exactly. Call to action. Done. So we are obviously focused all around coffee. I've got a YouTube channel and a cafe for now.
We'll talk about that one later.
We'll talk about it soon. Zach, you were a barista for...
Too long? Since I was like this big and could
That was only last
not
week.
drink coffee. Hey, no height jokes here. We're similar. And now I just work in an office and drink shit coffee all the time.
Yeah.
Well, attempt to drink good coffee.
Good coffee. But we're going to find solutions for that.
That's it.
It's part of this channel.
Help you guys find good
Podcast.
coffee.
Exactly. So we are going to talk about a lot of different things. We're going to cover subjects from coffee sustainability, and there's many factors involved in that. Whether it's helping the farms or supporting local or whatever it may be, because there's a lot of factors into it. And I'm actually about to learn a whole lot more as well, and I'm going to share that knowledge with you guys. You know a bit of stuff about cafe life, and I'm sure you've got some stories.
Oh, all too much to know.
Yeah.
I think I've lived cafe.
Yep.
From go to woe, from just, shit kicking.
You spent most of your life in hospitality, right?
Yeah, pretty much from the time I was like 14.
Yeah.
I've been in a cafe, in a restaurant, in a food truck. Yes, in food trucks. That's a thing.
Yeah, don't do it.
Do it,
But don't.
but don't. You will crash a lot of trucks.
Oh,
Yes, Tim, I'm
ask
talking to you.
Burgerhead. And they locked their keys in the car the other day. Oh my god, those guys.
But also, cafes.
Yeah. Cafes are a lot. There's so much more to it than latte art, and that's the things we're going to cover in this. If you're thinking about opening a cafe, just tune into this and we'll probably change your mind for all the right reasons.
Or send us a message and we will explain to you what it actually takes.
Yeah.
Not what Instagram tells you it will take.
There's a lot involved, and there's a lot of cafes closing down, including mine, but we're going to talk about that shortly. And a big part of this channel, as well as a side note, we are going to talk a lot about men's mental health. It's something that most podcasts do mention, especially all the bloke sort of stuff. But a big thing we want to do is normalise mandates. And I don't want to say it, but I want to mandate mandates. You knew it was coming.
I knew it was
But that's something we will talk about later, because blokes should be able to go and have a coffee with their mates and not get a beer and drunk and bash each other. That doesn't help.
Or feed the bricky's laptop with all your 50s, which Mrs. doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Yes, we're coming for you, tradies, with those cashies.
That's right. We're coming. Coffee is important to us, very much. This is my brew bar. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're not, check out my Instagram. Mitch does coffee. You don't have...
I like to make coffee in the bush.
In the bush.
Yeah.
You do. You got some pretty cool stuff in your Jeep.
Yep.
Your $3 million Jeep.
It was $1 million patrol. Come on.
$1 million patrol. $1 million patrol, $3 million Jeep, and that's just on repairs.
We'll talk about the mistakes that we
But
make.
yeah, your Jeep's pretty sick. I will give it credit. I'm not into Jeeps, but this is pretty mad.
Maybe we'll take it some cool places and make some wicked coffees.
That's a big thing. So we do want to do some cool podcasts and videos and Instagram stuff. So make sure you check out the Brews Bros Podcast on Instagram. There's a couple of different ones. Make sure it's the one about coffee. It's the one that says it's about coffee.
Not about beer.
No, it's not about beer.
No. Or homebrew.
Or homebrew, yeah.
We'll brew at home.
Yeah. Just coffee.
Coffee.
I do have another machine that normally lives right there, but that's getting a makeover right now.
It's getting a little bit Gucci.
Getting Gucci. So I'm modifying my San Remo Cube and I'm turning it into a Gucci themed coffee machine because why not?
And Mitch likes Gucci.
I like Gucci. I do. I can't afford it, but I like it. We're also going to talk about, what else is here? Sharing knowledge between baristas.
Big thing in Melbourne.
Huge in Melbourne. If you go to a cafe in Melbourne and the barista recognises you know a couple of things about coffee, he'll recommend another cafe in walking distance. That's not something that happens in Sydney, and there's a couple of reasons.
It's very gate kept.
Well,
the whole barista thing is gate kept here. Like,
yeah, and
baristas don't share secrets because they're like, oh, I'm Melbourne's customer.
Yeah.
When it's, we're
But-
part of another bigger community of baristas, Bros, and it's
the Bros.
grown. Yes,
The Bros.
Regan, if you're watching.
You're welcome. Free sponsorship. But yeah, look, I think a big part of the reason is also there's not many cafes within walking distance of each other that are worthy. And I'm not trying to, take shots, but be better.
Let's us help you.
Exactly.
Be better.
Exactly. And that's something we're going to be able to do soon.
Baristas.
Baristas. If
Reach
you're
out.
a barista, especially in Sydney, reach out because there's some things happening. I'll be able to help you. And you won't be competing with the Brew Lab because the Brew Lab's disappearing. If you're not familiar with my cafe, the Brew Lab Cafe in Penrith, we're the cafe with the very expensive coffee that went
$1,500 coffee.
$1,500 coffee. That was me. That was this guy.
According to Channel 7 was...
Channel 9.
Oh, Channel 9 was flown in on private jets. From
If anyone
Saudi
didn't understand
princes.
that I was just absolutely taking the piss out of the media, then that's on you. Because
He ran with it.
he did. It costs a lot more than $1,500 to fly a private jet from Panama to Sydney. And I know that.
And the Saudi prince apparently flew it.
Saudi Prince, yeah. And it's off the side of a volcano.
Side of a volcano.
It wasn't volcanic soil, it was grown on the side of a volcano. You idiot. Channel 9, spastic. Anyway,
We love you, Channel 9. Please don't shadow ban us.
do it. Come at me, bro.
Hey, we're trying to start a podcast here.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Next minute we'll make it to the news.
Yeah, Channel 7 for ragging on Channel 9.
That happened recently in the media.
Oh,
We'll talk about
yes. Moving on. We will talk about a few things that baristas, maybe some mistakes or some techniques or some grey areas, whether, like milk jug ghosting. If you don't know what that is, we'll talk about it soon, but, if you see a barista do it, it can be done well. Some people try to do steaming ghost.
I'm very confused.
You don't know what it is?
I think I know what it is.
Milk jug
but I
ghosting?
don't think I ever called a milk jug ghosting.
So when you chuck the jug under the steam wand, hit it, and then you can sit it there, go and pull shots.
Oh, just do that all the time.
Exactly. You have to in a busy cafe if
just-
you're like me and I can't afford 10 baristas to make one coffee at a time.
That's why you used to pay me. Because
Exactly.
I used to be the barista, the
Do all of
chef.
it. We take the money,
Take the money.
pull the shots, steam the
Pour a
milk, pour the
latte
latte art.
Oh shit, there's coffee.
Yeah,
Or you forget the jug, which...
exactly.
Zach.
So that's, milk jug ghosting, which can be done. But we're going to talk more about it later and how you know if they're doing it right or wrong.
And it's not like what I thought it was, milk jugs disappearing.
Well, you definitely do that. Milk jug ghosting. This guy lost many a milk jug.
I don't know where my motto is. It's
Your mod. I actually don't know where that expensive piece of crap milk jug is that you begged me for.
I reckon it's under one of the benches.
It's probably where I threw it. I hate Motto milk jugs. If you don't
He's
know
got
what
a
Motto
video
is,
about a
it's-
Motto milk jug,
I've got one here somewhere.
and he loves it
I hate it.
secretly and
Blech.
admires it.
We're going to cover a few controversial issues, like the new sponsorship in the ASCA, I think it was, or SCC, one of the guys using an automatic coffee machine for latte art competitions. I'm sorry, but if you can't pull shots yourself, you're not a barista. Sorry.
I can't even do the whole automatic machine thing.
Yeah.
People have said to me, "Oh, why don't you just go buy an automatic machine for home?" I got a pod machine at home that costs more than most automatic machines, and I refuse to use it.
It's just, look, this is not against latte art. I have great respect for a lot of people out there that are incredible latte artists. And I'm not trying to throw shots here, but latte art does not make you a barista. That makes you an Instagram barista. Shots fired?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
no shots fired
no shots
because
he
they
didn't
can't
pull
pull
a shot.
shots.
But there is cafes out there that have people that literally just stand there and pour latte art all day.
Which is great. Sounds pretty boring, you're a robot. But you're probably really good at latte art. Full respect to you, because it's not easy.
And the cafe's making a crap ton of money, you can just pay you to stand there.
I mean, I'd hope so. We are going to even cover things like iced drinks and why they're so expensive and how much we hate making them. Packaging issues, which kind of goes hand in hand with the iced drinks, but again, we'll cover that later. Plastic straws, bring them back.
Straws.
And we are going to have a segment in every episode of asking where you guys are from. You tell us in the comments below, and we're going to find the best cafe in your area, or you guys can let us know the best cafe in your area, and if we get a chance, we'll check it out. So it goes both ways, and that's all part of helping each other find better coffee.
We've got to get on a plane.
Oh no, what a shame. I hate travelling. Love it.
People from Melbourne, we want to hear from you.
Exactly. Actually, before we get to that, we'll come back. Decaf coffee. It's kind of one of the last subjects that we know we're going to talk about soon.
Well, it's not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. There is a lot of bad out there.
Yeah, and look, I think my opinion on decaf is you can make a very good decaf coffee. I've made plenty of decaf espressos and people didn't know it was decaf.
Espresso pour over.
Espresso pour overs. There's many ways you can make a good decaf. The issue is most people watching this cringe at the thought of decaf, which means there's no need to put any money into decaf. I don't see an issue with a good quality decaf coffee. So I am getting old and I can't have 20 coffees a day anymore, but I want to. So I've got a pretty cracker decaf right there. Speaking of decaf and coffee, that's my new coffee brand. This is one of the things I'm doing. That'll all be from my website. This is obviously the people watching. If you're not watching, check out Instagrams and all those things you'll see.
Link in bio.
Link in bio. I hate saying link in bio, but it's the easiest way. And what this is all about is actually I'm going to be selling coffee beans from coffee roasters all over Australia. It's going to be a one-stop shop.
Best of the best.
Best of the best. So I'm not going to have basic stuff on there. I'm not going to have blends from random...
Campos.
Nope.
Tell us about your spray yesterday.
That was horrible. That was probably one of the worst espressos I've ever had in my life. But yeah, anyway, there'll be none of that. So it's all about specialty roasters and bringing it all into one place. So you can buy it all from one place. I might be a little bit more expensive, but
that's all right.
You'll be able to save on shipping, and it's a one-stop shop. We'll have accessories and...
Do you have any coffees for him to bring in?
Exactly. If you know a cracker roaster, let me know.
There's one in Queensland. I've been begging him to try it for like years.
Which one?
Parallels.
I've had some Parallel.
Yeah, the bag I brought back.
Yeah, I think I've still got some. Maybe, yeah.
That was 2 years ago. That
was a while ago.
Old.
It's probably nasty by now. But yeah.
Coffee storage. We should talk about that.
Yeah, I've done a video on coffee storage. That's a good point. We'll chat about those things. But I feel like we should ask each other a couple of questions.
Oh crap, I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh, in the deep end. Best coffee you've ever had?
Oh, by far. Oh, well, what are we talking? Spro? Filter? One
overall?
of each?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, 90 plus. Panama. Carmo. Hands down, best coffee I've ever put in my mouth. I think you can agree.
Yeah, 100%.
It is one of the best pour overs. And you know what? Vivid memory. Like,
The taste was just incredible. If you ever get the chance to try 90 plus Carmo, do it. Don't worry about how much it is. Do it. You will not regret it.
It's still like right here. It was now, 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, the first time I had it was over 3 years ago.
There you go.
Because I was in the old shop.
Yeah.
And I do not regret it at all.
No.
It was amazing. I've had it many times.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good coffee. I'm pretty sure that Disciple in Brunswick, Victoria, pretty sure they've still got some. A friend of mine was there a while ago and they said they've got some. So if you're in Melbourne,
I
go to Disciple, say hello to Liam, tell him Mitch from the Brew Lab sent you, because he's the reason I wanted a cafe. So that's his fault. He ruined my life.
That's all right.
Love you, Liam.
For the best.
Absolutely. Met some cool people. Best espresso.
Oh, definitely. By surprise, I went to one of these Instagram cafes in Queensland at Broad Beach. Was expecting it to be probably terrible because it was an Instagram cafe. And
Is that Elk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Saw on the board, single O, I'll try it. I asked the waiter, double espresso on a single O. She's like, oh, we've got a special one. Would you like to try it? Didn't tell me what it was. Couldn't tell me anything about it. She brought it out. The barista brought it out. Said it. Oh, this is a pretty special one. It's from Panama. And I was just like, hang on a second.
And they're a big cafe.
Massive. I'm talking, we waited half an hour and we booked and they were packed. Cranking it out proper. Anyway.
They're mad.
I took a smell and all I could smell was green apple. Green apple out of espresso. Nothing. Something I'd never ever experienced before. Turns out I went there for 3 days. Then on the third day asked the barista where I can get this from. And I bought 2 kilo bags home from
That's
it.
right. You brought a lot of coffee home. That was mad. That was a good couple of weeks.
But that's about it for me.
Yeah. Best cafe ever, overall.
Or other than the Brew Lab. The original, the OG Brew Lab. If anyone remembers that, it was
such a
whole
spot.
different...
That was a Melbourne cafe in Sydney.
Yeah.
It was.
There's a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
You had to walk through one door and a hard right angle through the other door to get into the cafe.
Yeah, it was mad. I miss it. I do miss that cafe.
Or barge people out of the way because they were lining up for the window in the morning if you wanted to get in.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good times.
Junkies knocking on the door, smashing the window.
Oh, yeah. Penrith. Oh, yeah.
Other than that, there's 2. One, the name's right on the tip of my tongue.
Code Black.
That's the second one. Code Black, I'm trying to remember the other one.
What's the other one?
New Southern Cross there. The little hole in the wall. Right near the train station. If you know where it is, I have no idea what the name is.
Don't know.
Got off the train straight out of the airport, needed a coffee, and I think I just crossed the road and it was just right there.
Yeah, mad.
But
cool.
Definitely.
This is why I should have told him I was going to ask him questions.
Yep. So.
But I didn't. But yeah.
Okay.
Mad. The future, things are happening. Like I've mentioned a couple of times, I'm closing the cafe down. This is actually the week as of tomorrow is the last week of the Brew Lab forever. We're done.
And it's done.
It's done. Moving forward, I will still be doing a lot of things that the Brew Lab has been doing, but this isn't a sales pitch, just kind of keeping everyone in the loop. If you
Mitch
like what
will
we
be
do.
doing waffles at home.
Nope.
On a Saturday morning.
Nope.
If you want his...
Nope. But I will be working for a coffee roaster as of next month. So that's very exciting. It's a roaster that I've been working with for a very long time. I am going to learn how to roast, how to sauce, how to do all of those things.
Mitch does roasting.
Mitch does roasting. I kind of roast everyone already.
You already roasted me today.
Yeah. Well, don't be short. What about you, Zachy? You're...
Me? I'm just
winging it.
Winging it at the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoying life.
Yeah.
Making coffee.
Driving your Jeep.
Driving my Jeep.
I'm actually really excited to do an episode in the middle of the bush.
I was going to say, I've got some pretty cool places which...
Next to a river somewhere, so the listeners can hear the river.
Well,
yeah.
You talk about a river. The last time I was camped on a river, we saw 2 platypus.
Yeah, no.
Don't get to see that a lot.
Would it be called platypi? Or platypuses? Let us know in the comments.
No, that's platter pie.
Platter pie? I want to call them platter pie now.
Talking about two then.
Platter pie.
Call them.
I don't even
Call
know.
it a platypus. Them.
They're gender neutral platter
They,
pie.
them.
For anyone watching us on YouTube, and if you do want to tune in to listen, currently use the Podbean app. Number one, it's free for everyone that uses it, and it's called Podbean. So, be rude not to.
Coffee, beans.
Yeah, I'm sure they got that. I hope. If you didn't get that,
You sent me a text message. What do you reckon? And it's just Podbean. I thought Mitch created a podcasting app.
I'm not that good. Yeah. And we are going to look at other options, listener and whatever. We're not going to go near Spotify because they're jerks.
Unless you pay us, Spotify.
Yeah, I don't
Sponsor us.
think we're a long way off that.
You never know. They might take a limb.
Yeah.
There's no coffee podcasts on Spotify.
There might be one or two, but apparently not. Maybe I couldn't find them. But anyway, yeah, we are going to show like some cool things coming up as well. This is like a forged carbon portafilter from Plenum Labs. That thing's sick.
I'm going to drink lots of coffee.
Heaps of coffee. We're going to do episodes in the morning so we can drink coffee, not fake coffee. It's water.
This is what we're drinking today.
So I'm going to give opportunities for, this is our microphone stand, I'm not going to touch it because you'll hear it. For the viewers, you'll see that there is a bag of coffee here. This is my coffee, roasted by a young fella, local guy. He's only 16 years old.
Good old Daniel.
He was on Barista Games as well. He didn't last long, but he was in it.
That's it.
So this was actually roasted by him, and this is one example of what I want to do in the future, just by sharing local guys' coffees, as long as they're good. I've been serving this in the cafe for quite a while, and it's banging.
Can say.
Good coffee.
Good spot.
Ethiopia Guji, on point. That's about it. Yeah. Anything else for you, mate?
Oh, I suppose I get to ask you some questions.
Oh, no.
You can't just cut yourself off there.
I did.
Best coffee experience. Not coffee.
Ooh, coffee experience. Easy. Disciple in
Where you stumbled
Brunswick.
onto your fan,
I fangirled.
Mitch fangirl,
Liam.
hard.
So Liam worked, or he was the owner, I can't exactly remember, of Bayano the Rebel. If anyone knows that cafe from Melbourne, that cafe is the reason I wanted a cafe.
Was also one of the best cafes.
Oh, it was
in
banging,
Melbourne.
man.
Hands down,
So
no matter
good.
what you did.
Yeah. And those guys are just cool. Liam's mad. Mars, who is at Disciple, I'm pretty sure he's the owner of Disciple and potentially was the owner of Bayano as well, I think. Really cool dudes. Roasters on site, funky tunes, banging coffees.
That'll make you all sorts because...
I can still taste it. It's sticky.
Do you ever get that sensation? We're off topic here, but...
As we do.
Like, some days I'll be, have a coffee in the morning, but I won't actually taste it till later that day. I'll be like, that was a good coffee this morning.
Right.
I don't know.
No.
It happened to me.
I think I drink too many coffees for that to happen.
Like me, work in an office, I'm treated to a Mitch Does Spro every morning.
You're welcome.
Because it's the only good coffee in the area.
Yeah, there's not much around, is there?
Cafes in the area.
Underground's pretty good.
Get better.
Underground coffee roasters is, they're doing okay. They're doing all right things most of the time. But other than that, in the area, there's not a lot of great specialty coffee.
Where I am.
Matt goes all right.
Yeah.
Barista Shed. Matt at Barista Shed. Shout out to Matt.
Matt does very good coffee and
Bloody good
is
dude.
not ashamed to try other roasters.
Yeah, man.
Which is probably...
Yeah. I'm sure he'll have some of my coffee soon. Won't you, Matt? I'm coming for you. Yeah. Mad.
Mad.
I feel like that wraps up our first episode.
Well, more structure next time. Less fumbling.
Yeah, I reckon we did all right.
It's sort of just explaining to you what
we're going to do. My battery's about to go flat on the camera, so we're going to have to end.
It's alright.
But that's it. So, click that subscribe button if that's how it works on podcasts.
I think it's up.
Up. YouTube's down. Anyway,
Just look for the plus button and just
just
hit it.
follow, subscribe, whatever you need to do, and then stay in touch. And we're going to try to do this a few times a month.
Yeah.
Do it as much as we can. There's a lot of changes happening. I've got a baby on the way. Zach is a baby on the way. That's enough of that. Sorry, man. He's crying.
As much as we can get
Yeah, together.
all what they want.
Exactly. You need to let us know so you can share it with your friends and do all those things.
Do you want to hear us talk shit for an hour every week?
Who wouldn't?
Well, we're not going to be able to get you at the cafe.
Nope.
So there's, if someone goes to the cafe for 15 minutes a day every week, 7 days, it's a lot of minutes.
Anyway, we're going to end because my battery's literally going to die.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys. Good job, Zach.
Let's go.
Bye.